Business tycoon Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. is the new Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, which was previously headed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. During a press conference in Malacanang, Marcos announces that Laurel took his oath of office on Friday morning, November 3. In explaining his appointment of Laurel, Marcos says he has found somebody who understands the problems that the agriculture sector is facing.
This time that we have found somebody who understands very well the problems that agriculture is facing. The reason for the timing is that now we are confident, Secretary Kiko and I are confident that we have a fair understanding, a good understanding of what it is that needs to be done.
Laurel says he would prioritize modernization in the agriculture sector to help boost production, which would help bring food to Filipino families.
Pangunahing adhikain ko ang pagtiyak na sagana ang ating ani at siguraduhin ito ay nakakarating sa hapag ng bawat Pilipino. Layunin ko na tiyakin na may sapat at masustansyang pagkain na mabibili ang ating mga kababayan sa tamang halaga. Malapit sa puso ko ang mga kapatid nating magsasaka at mangingisda dahil personal kong natunghayan ang mga hirap at pangarap nila.
Laurel says his office will always be open for everyone, emphasizing that he is willing to listen and work with stakeholders in the agriculture sector. Laurel is the president of the Frabel Fishing Corporation, which focuses on fresh, frozen, and processed seafood. Prior to Laurel, Marcos had held the position of Agriculture Secretary for more than a year, despite calls for the president to instead appoint a separate DA chief who could focus on the problems faced by the sector. Marcos explains that he had held on to the position because he believed that the problems in the agency could only be solved by the president.
I think I was proven right that there are many things that only a president could do. And the problems were so important and were so deep that I felt that the authority, please sit down, that the authority and the, I suppose, moral suasion of a president was necessary for us to be able to figure out.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says more Filipinos could exit war-torn Gaza by Saturday at the latest. In a palace briefing, Marcos discloses that Philippine Ambassador to Israel Pedro Juni Lailo Jr. had met with Israel President Isaac Herzog.
So may pangako sila sa atin na maipapalabas na ang mga Pinoy, mga Pilipino, maipapalabas na by today or tomorrow. That is what they promised at Saturday daw at the latest.
According to the president, the Philippine embassy in Cairo is ready to accept the residents. Marcos also says that the Philippines has offered its help to countries in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
Maraming Thai, may mga Vietnamese, meron mga iba't iba. So sabi namin kung sino mauna, magtulungan na lang tayo. And it looks like we are the ones there first because ang presence naman ng Pinoy in the area is much higher than the others. It is unfortunately completely out of our hands. We have no control over this. It is between the Israelis and the Palestinians.
Marcos notes there are complicated cases, such as Filipinos who had married a Palestinian spouse who remain undecided if they want to leave Gaza because they do not want to leave their families behind. A lawmaker urges Globe Telecom Incorporated to reconsider the 50 peso fee that it will charge to postpaid subscribers who are late in paying their phone bills. House Deputy Minority Leader and ACT Teachers Party List Representative Franz Castro says the fee will add burden to poor Filipinos, citing a recent Social Weather Station survey which states that around 13.2 million families consider themselves poor. Castro says internet and cellular communication now is no longer a luxury but a necessity. The lawmaker warns that should Globe push through with a 50 peso fee for late payments, they will most likely investigate the matter in the House of Representatives. Castro also asks senators to fast-track their version of Committee Report 736, which will mandate telecommunication companies and internet service providers to give refunds to customers for service outages and disruptions. Globe said on Wednesday, November 1, that the fee will be implemented starting December.